Hey guys, so I'm trying something new here and I'm doing a little Zoom call recording to go over something that is really important for this challenge, and that is meal planning. It's something that I struggle with personally, so that's part of the challenge for me, is to get better at it. So here's what I am going to kind of go over really quick. So your workout program came with a meal plan guide, nutrition guide for you. So whatever your guide is, I want you to go through the first few pages of it and break down your calories that you would need to eat. So if you're following 21 Day Fix, it'll break down your calories and then put it into the container system. If your workout program comes with containers, it will be the same as the 21 Day Fix. If it doesn't, you need to study it and make sure you have a good understanding as to the nutrition requirements for your specific workout program. Once you have all of that figured out, what I like to do is I like to write down, if I'm doing the containers, I write down the containers that I eat. If I'm not, I make sure I have an idea of what would count for my meal plan for each meal. I know PiYo is one that doesn't come with the container guide. The original Insanity does not, and neither does P90X or any of the P90X formats. Most of the new ones since 21 Day Fix have come with portion control containers, which makes it really easy. If you have any questions throughout the process, if you're not following containers, or even if you are, just let me know so I can help you out. So once you have established your containers, your calorie goal, whatever it is according to your plan, find a way that works best for you when it comes down to creating your meal plan. So whether that's pen and paper, printing off a meal plan calendar guide and writing it in, printing off, typing it up and then printing it, or just, going old school and having a notebook and writing it down. I always keep a notebook next to me when I do mine. You can also do Excel, spreadsheets, whatever works best for you. I'm trying something new. Normally I do pen and paper and I have a calendar printed, but I'm trying something new and I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully it works with you guys. So hopefully you can see this. This is my plan for next week, for our first week actually, of the challenge. So you'll see I have my workouts listed. I list all my workouts so that you can see, or I can see, on my meal plan what workout is for that day. I also know Tuesdays and Thursdays I teach class. So if I get a little bit extra protein in, and maybe some extra vegetables, and maybe an extra fruit depending on my energy level, I can add that in no problem. So I kind of have an idea on my life schedule as well. So I have my workout, and then I have breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then I have an optional snack as well if for some reason I can't get that little snack in earlier on in the day. And I try to keep it something that is sweet, because sometimes I do have those sweet cravings. I'm not, this perfect human being. I do have my sweet cravings. So, and then at the bottom I have water. That is my daily goal. That is a little bit more than half of your body weight. It might be close to exactly half my body weight. I don't know exactly. I haven't figured it recently, but I was going off of what I was last week. So you want to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water. Obviously, your goal is to exceed that. So especially on those days that you have more than just your normal workout. So if you have a strenuous job where you're on your feet all the time, or you're outside working, whatever, you want to drink more water. So I have it listed here for 64, knowing that that is the minimum that I need to be drinking. I might actually change for Tuesday and Thursday just because of teaching classes. So I also will come down and add in my containers, since I do follow the 21 Day Fix container system. I know I get 4 greens, I get 3 purples, I get 4 reds, 3 yellow, which is carbs, 1 blue, 1 orange, which is dressings, and then 4 teaspoons. So if you don't know these container counts, and it's not part of your workout program, don't worry about it unless you want to learn more about that. So apparently I can't spell purple, so let's fix that. Okay, so what I do is I start with dinner, because dinner is typically where I struggle with the most. So I go through and I think, okay, what do I want to eat? And I do my planning on Sundays, just because that's my day off. It's Andrew's day off typically. So it's a good day to sit down and kind of talk about, okay, what do we want to eat this week? So he's not here today when I created this, and I know it's not on a Sunday, but I'm getting a jump ahead. So I kind of go through, I look at Pinterest for ideas. I do have ideas on my own website, egrayfitness.com. I do have some ideas already on there. I'm kind of working on creating a big list, but I typically go to Pinterest or other websites that I know have clean eating recipes on there. I also look at the guides in the past that I've used, whether that is 21 Day Fix Extreme, which is what this is from, or if I go off of the Fixate cookbook, which has been a huge lifesaver. I'm not a cookbook person, but Fixate is my most used cookbook. I use it literally every single day. It's always sitting out on my counter, and it's gotten pretty gross because of it, but I go to it for everything. So I start with my dinners, and I go from there because that is the hardest. Then I go to lunch, which is probably my second hardest. Lunch is kind of difficult for me to figure out sometimes, especially with schedules and everything. And then I do breakfast. Snacks are the last thing that I do, just because it's kind of like my fill-in. So if I go through my container system and I add up my containers before my snacks are put in, then I know, okay, I need to add this in. You'll see I do, my Shakeology is kind of in random spots. If it's mostly in my snack area, especially the days that I work. So this is, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I work in the evenings. I like to have it right before I go to work because it keeps me full at work. It keeps me energized to keep up with the kids that I coach. The other days, I typically have it, for lunch or sometimes even breakfast, depending. So Saturdays, I work in the mornings. I have it right before work. It's my go-to before work. And you'll see if I still don't have anything filled in, that's where that optional snack is. Your goal is to eat 5 to 6 times each day. So your metabolism, the way it works, you constantly need to fuel your body with energy. And if you're eating, that's where you're going to get that fuel. If you skip a meal or you're only eating once a day, that actually is a reason you could be holding on to weight that you may want to lose. Your body will go into starvation mode if you're eating once a day or you aren't eating enough. So your body doesn't know that your next meal is coming. Instinctually, your body doesn't know that. Your mind does, but your mind can't tell your body what to do all the time. So your body goes into starvation mode. It holds on to excess fat and nutrients that it needs to survive, so that if it doesn't get fed within a couple days or a week or whatever, it has something to feed off of still. So that's why it's really important to make sure you're eating enough, and to make sure you're eating enough times out of the day. So your goal is 5 to 6 times. I know sometimes that's hard, especially with work schedules, and that's where meal planning and then meal prepping really come in handy. So meal prepping is a whole entirely different subject. There's a lot of training videos as far as if you have on demand. There is Fixate the Cook Show that goes over 2 different ways to meal plan or meal prep with your containers. And you can use specific containers for each meal versus just one big container for each item that you're cooking ahead. So it's kind of a whole nother subject that we can talk about if needed. But I just wanted to quickly go over, this is my meal plan for next week. Feel free to, ask if I have any of these recipes. I have no problem sharing them with you. And if you have any questions about meal prepping and meal planning and you need some help, I will definitely help you. I will also post sample meal plans in the group that you can either use exactly or just go off of and tweak a little bit. So this is one that I will share with the group. I will post a picture of it and you can go off of it if needed. If you have any questions, let me know. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I can't wait to start on Monday. Make sure you are ready to log your workouts, log your Shakeologies, and let's get healthy and get some extra cash in our pocket. But most of all, let's get healthy. Have a great day, guys.